Hello, it's Jim Hutchens for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Last week, a renowned Christian leader died, Nelson Mandela. Yes, Nelson Mandela was a Christian. And as you listen to those who remember him best, close colleagues, will inevitably refer to his capacity for forgiveness and implementing forgiveness when he became president of South Africa after 27 years in prison. They note his untiring attempt to bring about reconciliation between blacks and whites. Forgiveness, reconciliation, those are Christian virtues that he exemplified before the world. Show me a Muslim leader who would demonstrate those virtues before his own people or others as well. David Aikman has written a book entitled Great Souls. It's a wonderful book. And one of his chapters he devotes to Nelson Mandela. And he says, he notes that Mandela was raised in a Christian home. His mother was a very close attender to church. He was baptized as a Methodist, and he was raised under the nurture of missionaries. But it wasn't until he came to prison, during his 27 years in prison, that his faith was really nurtured. And it was nurtured primarily in Bible studies with one of his guards and one of his guards' sons. And over time, there was a growth of his own faith and his own spiritual maturity. And that was while it was in prison. And so when he got out, he brought those virtues of Christian leadership to his own style of leadership. In addition to that, I think it's important to note that Mandela was a Zionist. Yes, he was a Zionist. One writer says, in truth, Mandela was a pro-Israel throughout his life, as he revealed in his autobiography entitled Long Walk to Freedom. In the early 1960s, Mandela studied the life of Menachem Begin and enlisted the aid of artist Arthur Goldreich, who had fought in the Palmach, Israel's pre-independence army. In later years, Mandela continued to support Israel's right to exist and never endorsed the false claim that Israel resembled South Africa in any way. Mandela once wrote that the Jews, in his experience, were far more sensitive about race because of their own history. He said, now, it's absolutely true that there are parallels between the oppression suffered by South African blacks under racist white rulers and Jews living under hostile non-Jewish rulers. Christian leader, Nelson Mandela. I want to just close by referring to a Pew Research poll that appears in the current issue of Christianity Today. It says Israel. 40% of American Jews believe Israel was given to the Jewish people by God. 40% do. 60% of American Jews don't. Those are largely liberal Jews, I would suggest. On the contrary, and in a marked contrast, actually, 82% of American white evangelicals believe that Israel was given to the Jewish people by God. 82% of American white evangelicals. Hello, Israel. I hope you're taking note of this. It's been Christian support of Israel in the past, and it will be Christian support of Israel in the future. Don't look to liberals. There is no moral core to liberalism. Everything is situational. Situational morality, situational ethics. Classic example of that is the World Council of Churches. They favored the new state of Israel in 1948. Today, they're adamantly against Israel, and they express that through their untiring efforts at boycotting, divestment, and sanctions on Israel. Don't trust liberals, Israel. They won't support you. Christians will. Christians who know their Bible will support you. And I must say, like Nelson Mandela, the biblical principle is still very true. True today as the day it was given to Abraham and his descendants. Those who bless Israel will be blessed. Those who curse Israel will be cursed. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivarecha Yahweh. God bless you.